Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of March 29th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements if you're not sure what they are. In the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Virgo, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to give you a question from source, something that they want you to ponder, to think about, so you can make a decision that is best for you and your life at this time. However, if you are interested in what you don't see coming for the week ahead, I already released those videos for all 12 zodiac signs, so you're welcome to take a look at them after this reading. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Virgo collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Virgo collective for the week of March 29th, 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, the King of Pentacles. What situation in your life is bringing you financial wealth and stability? At the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Are you prepared to receive some type of opportunity or gift? Okay. Why is the King of Pentacles the tarot card of the week here? I find everything that I do in a reading to be a sign for that reading, and I'm noticing how your cards are shuffling. Like the first deck that I shuffled there was a lock. Now there was almost like this weird flip here. I feel like there's something you're doing that's not bringing you the financial stability or the wealth that you're seeking. Tell me more about this here for Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Hermit. There you are. Bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. I think there's something new here that you can learn. Are you prepared to receive some type of opportunity or gift? I think there's knowledge here. Queen of Swords to the Page of Pentacles to the Page of Cups. I feel like I specifically have a group of you here, and if it's not your message, don't be offended. Check another placement. You may like what you do for a living, but it's not bringing you the pentacle resources, the long-term financial stability that you're seeking. Even if you like what you do or you like who you do it for, I think you're in the Four of Cups when it comes to material wealth. Tell me more about the Four of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. And look, there's a new opportunity trying to come in here. It could even just be an idea, and maybe you've already had it, but you've been ignoring it. Tell me about that Four of Cups, the Chariot, the Two of Cups, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, you have Ace of Swords. I think there's something or someone, I want to say there's something that you can learn from someone that would transform your financial resources. There's something you can learn from someone. Five of Cups. Tell me why the Five of Cups is here. Tell me why the Five of Cups is here. And this is almost like learning from someone else's mistakes. Like, I don't see you as the individual energetically, what I'm picking up intuitively here. I don't see you as being the one who's sitting in the chair and crying over the cups that are spilled. I feel like this is someone you can learn from. I think this is you. There's something you're doing that's not bringing you the wealth you want, but there's someone else out there who is doing what you're doing. It's like you don't have to repeat their mistakes. You can learn. You can learn from them. Tell me more about that Five of Cups here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. This would be like, and not to use, not to make your reading about me, but just to give you an example. So as a content creator, right, as a tarot reader here on YouTube, if I wanted to, and I kind of did this in the beginning before I launched the channel, I started watching a lot of other tarot readers, not to see what was working for them, to see what was not working for them. So I would watch their video and I would kind of critique it like a critic to myself. I would make notes. Oh, the lighting is off. The background looks really dirty. Their hands are filthy. I hate to be like that, but these were things just as a viewer that I was like, oh, these are not things that I wanted to bring onto the channel. I wanted to, present a clean environment. I wanted to show myself as a clean person. I wanted to have decent lighting in the room. So again, I didn't have to do all that and learn from my mistakes. I could watch someone else and learn from their mistakes. I kind of think I'm speaking to a group of you where there's something like that, or there is some type of mentor or guide you can go to for help or assistance. Five of Cups is clarified by the Star, the Eight of Cups, and the World card. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. For me, the World card is a card of lessons. So I do think for those of you where you either create content or you're in a competitive industry, I don't think you have to I don't think you have to create the wheel again. I think you can watch how other people have done it and not just look at what worked for them, what didn't work for them, especially if you're a content creator. I don't know why I keep going back to that for some of you, but it's like looking at videos and not seeing so much what they're doing right. Look at what they're doing wrong. And then specifically look at the comments. Comments tell you a lot. Public feedback tells you a lot. So there's something like that here at play. For others of you, there is something that if you just learn some extra new skill, it would like catapult you in like a different income bracket. And it's small in that Page of Pentacles. It's not like you have to go to 4 years of university or college for this. This could be like learning a new program, learning AI, just something small like that. I just feel like it opens up a world of possibilities for you, and you're not seeing it in that Eight of Swords card. The Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit here. And this could even be for those of you where you are submitting resumes and applications and you're not receiving calls back, right? You're not getting interviews, or if you are, they're seldom. They're far and few between. And you're like, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm manifesting for a job. I'm putting in the effort. Where the hell is that Ace of Pentacles? Where's that new job offer? I think you just probably have to change or modify something on your resume. It's something that makes you stand out more. Maybe having an online version of your resume as opposed to just something paper that you're attaching to an email you're submitting or an online submission. It may be including a photo, a nice, presentable facial photo of yourself, or using different font or different wording. And I remember going through resumes when I was in charge for a company to find prospective people. I looked for very unique resumes, people that really stood out. And because that was like part of my job, but I had like tons of other responsibilities, I didn't want 2 or 3 page resumes. I didn't have time for that. I wanted something that was clean and clear and bullet pointed, and I can just go, yep, all right, let me call them in and see if they can come in for an interview. So I just feel like if you're looking for a job, there's like a modification you can make to an application or a resume that you're currently using to submit. Tell me about the Hermit. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck, the Hangman. That's what changes the game for you. Suddenly you're... So again, I want to go back to content creation, looking at the competitors to see what they do, not to steal their ideas or anything, to see what's not working, to look at what the comments section are or the public feedback. I think that will teach you like a world of things like, oh, okay, that's what people don't like. That's what people do like. There's something like that here at play. Don't let video views be the deciding factor about a good video. Plenty of people, you and myself included, watch shitty videos all the time. So don't let view count or subscriber count even make you think like, oh my God, this must be like a great person. They're doing it all right. Not necessarily so. I don't do it. My channel's organic, but there's tons of people out there that pay for subscribers. You can do it apparently. And yeah, they look like they have 500,000-600,000 subscribers, but then you look at their video and they have like 100 views and 2 comments. That's not legit 500,000 subscribers. So there's something like that. If you're doing anything content created, or there's a competitor of yours that is putting stuff online, again, I would watch to see what they're doing incorrectly, so you know to not do that. So definitely you can learn from someone's mistakes. For others of you, there's just some small little tweak, something you can learn, a program, a skill, an updated version of something that you're using. And it could be AI for some of you, but there's something like that you can learn, or change up your resume, change up your application to make sure that you stand out from the crowd. That brings the results you want, like long-term sustainable financial abundance that you seek. That Knight of Pentacles is there. It comes in for you quite quickly the moment you make some change here. Again, learn something new, learn from the mistakes of others, or change up something on your resume or application, like get noticed. And take your time thinking about this in the Hangman energy. Like spend your time this week. what can I do that would like elevate me at my job, or elevate me in the industry, or get my application or resume noticed? Because if you've been looking for a job for 6 months and you're not finding one, it's not, I don't want to say it's not them, it's you, but you can do something differently to draw attention to yourself in a good way. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, 6 of Wands, your victory. Knight of Wands comes in very quickly. 8 of Wands. I think all you have to do is change something up, and it's your choice to do that here. But I think if you take action, the 3 of Wands, instead of waiting for the opportunity to come in, if you can just learn something new or change something up, this is the Sun in Aries. I think if you take that action, what you want actually comes in very, very quickly. And for those of you who are, obviously we're talking about job here, it's a job that is passionate, and it, like, you'll be passionate about it. It'll be creative. It's an exciting job, and it comes in very quickly. Just requires you to like do something different or learn something different. That is what I have for you, Virgo, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, good luck with this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.